Now, I'm very happy to be here today because I'd like to, first of all, congratulate our very important business partner, Supreme Fuel, on this very impressive station. Mr. Patel has been a very loyal and capable market partner for TotalEnergies for many years. In fact, TotalEnergies arrived in Fiji in 2006, and Mr. Patel was already a partner of ours before 2006. I would like to wish Mr. Patel every success with this new service station, and I'm sure this is just the start of even more good things to come from Mr. Patel and Supreme Fuels. I would also like to, of course, thank the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Professor Biman Prasad, for gracing today's event. I think your presence clearly emphasizes the Fijian government's drive to spur private investment in Fiji. And on behalf of TotalEnergies, I'd like to say that we look forward to bring our activities in this country to even greater heights in the years to come. And lastly, I would like to just congratulate the TotalEnergies Fiji team. So this is a very dedicated and energetic team that has really done us proud in this part of the world. May you continue to improve the standards of offering that we have and to spread TotalEnergies' brand and quality of service to even more consumers in Fiji.
I'm extremely pleased to be part of this very important event, which is the inauguration of TotalEnergies Bar Service Station. The opening of this service station, and I know another one in Central Division tomorrow, shows the confidence, the drive by TotalEnergies to invest and ensure that its business grows in Fiji. As a government, of course, any government would be always very pleased with these investments, with these developments. The economy, as the governor would tell you, is poised to grow further from the initial estimate of 6% to a conservative 8% this year, largely driven by a full or more than full recovery of tourism and related sectors and many of the positive flows into the economy as a result of that. The Fijian economy, ladies and gentlemen, is poised to return to the pre-pandemic levels by the end of this year. Today we celebrate this inauguration of a new service station. Another notable expansion, I'm told, of your storage capacities at terminals in Walu Bay, Suba, and Buddha Point in Lotoka. There is, of course, no doubt that TotalEnergies has contributed a lot in Fiji, and especially in providing fuel services to the transport industry as well as vehicle owners. As Michael said, this is the 33rd service station added to the TotalEnergies network, and I want to take this opportunity to congratulate your success and the journey towards that success. I know that the station also features modern service amenities, which includes a Vonjo shop, a cafe corner, and plan to introduce car wash facility. I'm also told that this service station opening itself will provide job opportunities for about 20 people. 20 people at the construction phase, and currently employs about 15 on a permanent basis. Energy is a global necessity, and Total Energies aim to be a global leader in energy, delivering sustainable solutions to meet the world's evolving energy needs is commendable. The coalition government, as you know, has successfully delivered its first national budget, and we have generally received very positive feedback on the path that we have set out as a result of that budget. Essentially, the budget is focused on three essential dimensions. One, of course, is fiscal sustainability. Second is improving the provision of public services. And the third is to ensure that we look after our people and strengthen our social protection mechanisms. We have, of course, added permanently a revenue measure of more than $500 million, which is approximately about 5% of our GDP. And we know that some of the measures, particularly tax measures, maybe seem tough, but these are necessary to ensure that we set the economy on a sustainable path which will deliver better results for our people generally. The philosophy of the coalition government, which was shown very clearly as a result of our strategies to have a national economic summit, to bring people together, to consult with them widely, to ensure that we put out policies based on those discussions and with the principle of inclusivity and dialogue. We strongly believe that a lot of knowledge, a lot of ideas, a lot of innovation, a lot of strategies that is needed for the development of any country lies outside of government. It lies with the private sector, it lies with the communities, it lies with women's groups, NGOs, and government's job is to ensure that we harness those potential, those resources, and work with those groups to take the country forward. Private sector, we all know, and those who have experience of Singapore would testify to it, that the contribution of the private sector, the role of the private sector in supporting economic growth, which ultimately can support the improvement in the quality of life for our people, is absolutely vital. In that respect, the government is determined, and we have already started a process by involving our stakeholders outside of government to ensure that we remove all the bottlenecks, all the blockages, to ensure that there is ease of doing business, there is a level of confidence within the private sector, within the investor community to invest in our country. We are committed, on the other hand, to meet our targets for sustainable development goals, and especially goal 7, and that is to have a clean and affordable energy and I think we are progressing well towards it. The United Nations High-Level Dialogue on Energy 2021 has reflected on the market trends on the transition from fossil fuels to clean energy. And the investment in that transition will be beneficial for our economy, for our environment, and will put Fiji amongst the countries that understand, that want to support mitigation measures to reduce the putting out of greenhouse gases, which ultimately will help to reduce the impact of global climate change and its devastating impact on our people. I know that Total Energies itself has aligned itself with Fiji's goal of achieving net zero emissions by 2050. And that is very commendable. And I want to congratulate you for having that vision. Total Energies' global climate commitment, in my view, is harmonious, and your established market position is driving the whole process towards it. And your collaboration with the partners and stakeholders on inventive multi-energy solutions to realize this objective is also very commendable. I know we can provide a number of suggestions, but I think you know what's happening in that area, and the government is very committed towards addressing climate change issues. As the governor knows, there is a global scramble, particularly among vulnerable countries, for climate finance. Whether we talk about international lending agencies, banks, or our development partners, there is always an increasing demand for climate finance, particularly for adaptation measures in countries like ours and in the Pacific generally. I heard that you also talked about installing your first fast EV charging point, 50 kilowatts, at the flagship station in Namaka, in Nandi. And again, those are very, very innovative, determined attempt to work towards a sustainable energy path generally. I want to finally congratulate my friend Rajesh Patel. I know that he's a man of a lot of energy, a lot of potential, somebody that I have known for many years. And these are the kind of people who provide the leadership, who provide the thinking, who provide the ideas and innovation to create business, to expand businesses. And by doing that, they are not only helping themselves by making sure that they make reasonable profit, but in the process, they are also providing jobs, they're providing a lot of support to many families around the country. I've always believed that people like him and many others, and I know several of you are here, who have worked hard to create the private sector that we have in Fiji. And on behalf of all of you and on behalf of the government, Rajesh, I congratulate you and your company. I can see Kalpesh there as well. But also Total Energies and the executives of Total Energies for expanding their business in Fiji. I want to thank all of you for your presence, and once again, congratulations on the opening of this new service station in Ba. Nakawakelebu, dhanyawad and shukriya.